A Hindu Singh family lived inside Fujisawa. There were Vijay and Charlie inside the family. Both of them had shifted from India to Fiji to run their business like other people, and 4 children were born to them here. After his birth in 1993, this family shifts from Fuzzy to Australia. After several years of reaching there, Vijay's business grows in 2001. After which his wife Charlie, who earlier worked as a masseuse. Now, due to the money coming in, she opened her own massage parlor. Along with this, his elder daughter Sonia, who was 24 years old, was married. Along with this, she was also happy in her home. Now the second girl, whose name was Nilima. This 22-year-old girl, after completing her studies, had now started working as a receptionist in a hotel. The remaining 2 siblings, Kunal and Cindy, were still studying in high school. But the other girl, Nilima, now also had a boyfriend named Max, who was about 9 years older than her. Due to this reason, there used to be arguments within the family. Her father did not like his daughter having a relationship with a man 9-10 years older than her. And that's something Nilima, Sanjit, wasn't letting go of. And on the 12th of April, 2003, this couple goes to Australia for some business work. And back then, Nilima and Max had complete freedom to do something and go anywhere. And these people also take full advantage of this freedom. They would meet every day, sometimes at Nilima's house and sometimes at Max's house. He would stay locked inside the room for about an hour and do all those things that would anger Sanjit, Nilima's family. Now such a time comes on the 18th of April, 2003. When all the siblings get together and have dinner at elder sister Sonia's house. At this time, Nilima gets a call from Maximum. He attended the call and did not tell anyone about it. The next day, April 9th, 2003, the 2 meet and Nilima goes to Max's house for dinner. Now both of them were locked inside the room. At that time, Max's father and mother also knew about all these things. Now after this, a big twist comes. On April 20th, 2003, at around 8:30 p.m., everyone was at home and Nilima texted her elder sister Sonia. She says that someone has come to the door and I will have to attend to him. This was the last thing that came out of Nilma's mouth, after which she could never speak again. Nilma goes down and the case becomes Australia's biggest and most mysterious case. After hearing this case, people of Australia get scared even today. Let's start this case without wasting much time. Welcome back, guys. My name is Karen and you are watching Dark Voice. On April 2nd, 2003, at around 2:30 in the afternoon, Max calls his parents and tells them that everyone inside the house has been killed. 5 minutes later, Max calls the police crying and tells them about the crime. The police reach there within a few minutes. Where first of all, 33-year-old Max is seen crying outside the house. There was a rope inside his hand with which the family's pet dog, Bozo, was tied. Max tells police he arrived outside the house around 2:20. He rang the doorbell, called Nilima and Sidi inside the house. But no one from inside picked up the call, nor was anyone opening the door. But looking from outside, it seemed as if someone was inside the house. So he has come inside this house many times before. He knew where the back door was. Max went straight to the back door, which wasn't locked. He enters the house. He calls out to all the family members again and again. Sometimes in this bedroom, sometimes in that bedroom, sometimes in the kitchen and sometimes in the washroom. But he does not find any member anywhere. Max then arrives at the family's private spa area, which was built with the help of Shirley herself. As soon as Max reaches there, after looking inside, his eyes were wide open because inside were Nilima, Sidi and Kunal. The police are shocked to hear how 3 people were trapped inside a locked house. The first to arrive for investigation is Senior Officer Anthony Sanjit Green. As soon as he enters the house, he finds no commotion visible. Nothing had fallen. This officer does not find anything that is sensible. But as soon as he goes inside the spa area, he sees that first of all Nilima is above the water inside the spa, and then Cindy Kunal is not visible to him. The officer felt that perhaps this incident had happened with these 2 only. The forensic team is called from behind and a large number of police vehicles surround the house. But as soon as he first removes Nilimar and Cindy from the top, he finds Kunal from the bottom. Now here a suspicious thing struck the police officer, that how Max had told that 3 people were lying inside the house. But when this officer entered, he could only see 2 from above. Now how can it be possible that Max could see Kunal lying down inside the water? From here all the suspicion started falling on Max, that perhaps Max might have done something like this. But after this a big twist comes in the story. At the time when the dark secrets of the main members of this family, Shalini and Vijay, come to light. They had a background that no one knew about, and after hearing this, you people will also doubt that maybe the parents did such a thing with these siblings. Now the Australian police seal this house as a crime scene for full 4 months, after which this whole story begins. Actually, when Vijay and Shelley shifted from Fuzzy to Brisbane, their neighbours became an Italian family who were beautiful to look at and very sweet to talk to. Now the relationship between Hindu and Italian families becomes very good. After which all the brothers and sisters of the Singh family start going to the Italian family's house. And this is where the biggest part of this crime begins. When another girl, Nilimar, meets Maximum. Actually, Max was a full 9 years older. And for this reason the Singh, Sanjit, family does not like this thing. And along with this, Max also had a big dark secret. Things Max had done in his past life. The Singh family knew him well. He did not want his daughter Neelma to fall into Max's trap. But Neelma does not listen to anyone and continues her relationship like this. And then comes the time of March 2003, at which time Nilimar also came to know the truth about Maximum. Many times Sonia, who was the elder sister, had explained to the younger one not to fall into Max's trap. This is not the right person. But today the day has come when Neelma comes to know the whole truth. At the same time in March, Neelma breaks up with Max and returns to the Singh family home. She was crying and telling everyone. Everyone takes care of him and tells him that we had already told him that better late than never. But when Neelma goes and tells Sonia the truth behind it, she too is totally shocked. Nilimar told how Max was gaining complete control over her. He does whatever he wants to do with her, and Nilimar's mind is completely controlled by Maximum. If Neelma talks to anyone, Max does very bad to her after she goes back. He was completely infatuated with Nilimar. Like a psycho, he did not want any other boy to talk to Neelma. Now another very big thing comes to light. At the time Neelma tells her elder sister and her mother that even when Neelma and Max were in their private time, Max used to beat her in a dirty manner, and due to this reason Neelma has started keeping complete distance from Maximum. But at this time Max makes his second move, that he has a brain tumor. He has some time left to live his life. And after hearing this, Nilimar develops a little more love for Max and does not leave him. And this relationship continues like this slowly. But still Nilimar had made up her mind that she would no longer live with this man. She will support him only for a short time and then disappear. This also happens. But then Max makes another move that ruins both families. Actually, at the time when these two were in a relationship, they were living a good life, then many pictures were clicked by Maximum. A lot of fit videos are recorded. And in these videos it was clearly visible how Nilimar was trusting him too much. She lets him make the video. It also allows you to click photos. He thought these photos would remain with Max forever. But this is where Neelma totally abandons Maximum. Max shares all these photos with Neelma's college friends, relatives, and even the entire family. Now in these photos, there was not a single cup on Neelma. Sometimes she would be standing near the bed and sometimes at some other moment. Now you and I cannot even imagine what must have been going through Neelma's father's mind at this time when he was watching these videos. This is the time that should not come upon any father. And when Max did this, Nilimar was completely sure that after this she would never go near this person. Now the time at which this complete time happens. Now the police call goes to Neelma's parents who were in Fiji at that time. He books the first ticket and reaches Brisbane with the first flight. The place where he had made preparations for the funeral of his 3 children. But this is where a big thing related to the case happens. Nilima's parents spot Max at the funeral. He was angry inside. He did not want this man to be in this place in this movement. So then he tells the police that this person should be thrown out of here immediately. So within a short time Max disappears from there. The police tell him that you cannot enter inside. Now the rest of the relatives and the entire media were also watching how a close person, who was himself a witness to this crime, was thrown out from there. Then a big thought starts coming in people's mind that either Max did all this or it could be some trick of the parents on the other side who are removing the first witness of this case from here. Now this case had become trending all over Australia. After which the media people start following Maximum. The media feels that perhaps the entire evidence will come out from this person. An interview is conducted with Max in which he tells the whole truth and repeatedly says that he has not committed any crime. This could be a trick of Nilima's parents. Now the entire matter comes to the police. The police investigate and the only evidence they have is Max's footprint from the crime scene. But this does not prove that Max committed such a big crime. Now seeing all this happening, VJ and Charlie file a case against Maximum. He says that this same person did this to our daughters and son. The case goes on inside the court and then big dark secrets come to light. Everyone knew about Max's background. What did Max do? With whom did he do it? But now the box was about to open about Nilima's parents. His black spots which were now about to be revealed. When the case is filed, some of Max's recordings are presented before the court. After hearing this, the entire court becomes silent and remains shocked. Actually, Nilima's parents VJ and Charlie were members of a dark community. Now what used to happen inside this community? Many people used to exchange their partners while living within Brisbane. Which means that a man in a couple will sleep with another woman and this man's wife will be fully aware of it. When all the recordings are heard, it becomes clear that many times VJ used to sleep with another woman inside his own house. His wife Charlie knew about this very well. Now you people will also be shocked when I say the next thing. Now the Charlie was with another man too. VJ also knew about this. Imagine a community that was polluting our society. All these things come to light and VJ and Charlie have to accept this despite not wanting to. Then one last recording came out that shook the entire court. In this recording, VJ was talking to another man and the man in front was shouting because VJ was with his wife last night. Now the dark secrets of the parents had come to light, but the Australian government did not believe in this thing. Exchanging one's partner with someone else and this thing being linked to the case did not matter at all. This mistake of the parents does not indicate that they did this to Nima and other siblings. Max's lawyer tries hard to provide some proof and put it on Nilima's parents. But this thing is also not possible. And ultimately, when the case remains unsolved, Max and Nilima's parents are thrown out. No one is arrested and a full 5 years pass. Till now the police do not seem to have any evidence. It became Australia's longest running case. A team of about 100 police officers was working on this case day and night. But even now the police had not found even the smallest piece of evidence which could explain what had actually happened that night. There was repeated discussion about this case in the media. Max also gave interviews many times. It seemed as if no one could solve this case. There is no clue. There is no conversation about anyone. So now this case will be closed. But at this time the last hope of this case comes forward, whose name was Andrea Woman. Now what does this woman have to do with this case, or what else is the matter? You will know later. Now if you have seen this video till here, then please like and comment, because a lot of investigation and a lot of time has gone into making this video. I want this video to reach every person. Actually, Andrea is a woman who was studying with Max during school time. She was his childhood friend. She also had a great time with Max as a child. But one day she sees Max inside the news. Then it came to Andrea's mind that why not find out about this case herself, and from here a new twist comes in the story and a big thing happens. Andrea texts Max on social media. Max responds from the front as soon as he sees the text. Gradually this conversation between these two starts. Max had no doubt whatsoever that this woman had come like an undercover agent to extract all the information. These two talk for a few days. Max thinks that perhaps this girl is talking to him because she is his childhood friend. Gradually the conversation progresses, and one day Andrea calls Max and directly asks him about the case and what might have happened to those 3 siblings. So Max laughs and replies that everything that happened that night was done by me. He tells Andrea how it is very interesting for a person to see 3 people requesting you to stay alive, and Andrea is shocked as she hears this. He had already suspected that this person might have done something like this, and now Andrea had all the evidence, and Max was telling Andrea everything in detail again and again. Now this woman takes all the information. She reaches the police with all the evidence. On July 4, 2012, the police arrive directly at Max's house and he is arrested. After which, after many years, this case again reached the court, where a total of 12 judges sit, who after seeing all the evidence, come to the same conclusion that Max did all this, and after this he is sentenced to 45 years. Now both Charlie and VJ are considered innocent in this case. He had bought such a big house in Australia. Now this entire house had become a deserted ruin. VJ's relatives often say, why not sell this ill-fated house? But Charlie, who wanted to keep the memories of Neelma and her other siblings alive in this house, did not leave this house. And flowers would be placed on the photos of Neelma, Kunal and Cindy at the same place where the crime had taken place.